Hi, I'm Todd Courtney, co-creator of the Max Rhymes Children's Series, and I wanted to personally thank you for your recent purchase of the Max Rhymes books and provide some helpful little tidbits, as my wife likes to say, on how to get the most out of the series. Now, even with Jackie's 30 plus years as a credentialed elementary school teacher and myself with over 15 years as a behavioral researcher, this was no easy task. When you take into account the complexity of brain waves and mirror neurons, behavioral patterns, and our own conditioning, don't worry, I'm not going to bore you with all that science right now. But you take that and you condense it into something so seemingly simple, it's extremely difficult to pull off. Yet, it is absolutely magical when you get that recipe just right. So again, I thank you for taking a chance on something new. Now, most of you are going to notice right away when you go through these that they're different in a good way. In fact, many teachers have already found this out, which is why our books are finding themselves in classrooms from coast to coast. For that, I say trust in the process. And the process being this: read these to your children from the third trimester up until the point your children can read themselves. And your children will have these rhymes memorized before they can even speak, or read for that matter. And that's where the magic lies, because they'll have every one of these positive messages downloaded at the subconscious level where it's going to last forever. And as your child ages, you'll notice them mirroring the characters, the behavior of the characters within the books. Now, if your child is already reading, then you can make a game out of it and learn a rhyme a day or a new rhyme a week, and then you can rotate them. And if you get the whole family involved, your children will enjoy the learning process. And for grandparents who want to stay connected with their grandkids and they've got a set of books at home, you could read over the phone or read on the computer with Skype or Zoom or whatever the technology is, and you can really stay connected with those grandkids, because we all know grandkids covet everything that you do for them, and they remember for the rest of their lives. Now, again, that's where you're going to see the magic happen, because those grandkids are going to start mimicking the messages in these rhymes in everyday life. And that's going to be music to your ears. Now, for some, I want you to try to avoid allowing your intellect to get into the way, because some are going to say, oh, these words are a little too big for an infant. And I would just like to remind you that we can teach down to our children, or we can teach up to them. Either way, they're going to learn. And for those who already provide a positive environment for their children, these are just going to help those children excel at a faster pace. But for many grandparents who would like to provide a more positive environment for their grandkids, Max Rhymes can help. Keeping in mind that the conditioning a child receives from the home is extremely powerful, Max Rhymes can help counter a negative environment and provide some hope for that child or children as they grow up. Now, we're not naive in thinking we can help every child. Of course not. But every child can learn from Max Rhymes. So, there's a lot of science packed into these seemingly simple books, but it's in the simplicity as to where the magic lies. So happy reading, and again, I thank you for your purchase.